Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your reading. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, you're in the right place. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything that you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Right? And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. There's a 4 of discs. Beautiful energy, very strong energy, very stable, safe, secure energy, health and wealth, and the star card too. Very nice. Ooh, this is really good energy here. Man, yeah, I like that. Let's finish up Path of the Serpent over here. Oh, we got the Fool, the Eon. We've got so much major arcana here. I don't believe this. The entire Path of the Serpent is all major arcana. We have air, we have fire, we have some water at the end. We've got this great earth energy over here. You're in for a real treat. Happy birthday to you, by the way. We're in Cancer season. If your birthday is today or yesterday or tomorrow, happy birthday. All right. I think the universe is giving you a birthday gift. I think that this is your gift right there, that 4. We also have this 7 of Wands came out there as I was looking for the mystery card. Let's do the mystery card now. We're going to set it aside. We're not going to look at it until the end. Lizard can go on top. That's the card that's going to tie everything together, okay, and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So we've got so much going on here. Major. We've got some earth. We've got some air. We've got some fire. It's pretty good. The water doesn't come till after. That's interesting because I don't think it's a very emotional time right now. At least, let me rephrase that. It's a time of such intense spiritual, emotional energy that we're not, our typical concerns aren't here anymore. Our kind of daily worries, our daily woes don't seem so important in the face of this wonderful birthday gift. It kind of looks like a birthday present, doesn't it? I think that you are in store for a lot of stability coming. I think that you're strengthening your foundation. Physically, I feel like you're going to be restored to health. I think financially, you're going to have the security that you need, right? Everything's going to be kind of shored up. I feel like your walls are really getting a lot stronger, okay? And I don't see in the past there being any really major problems. I feel like you've been on kind of a steady course to strengthen your life, right? To build yourself up. Maybe you have been on a health or fitness kind of vibe lately. Maybe you've been focused on your financials a little bit more lately. And I think it's all paying off. I think that you're getting there, right? You're making progress. You're solidifying your foundation. This 4 of discs is health and wealth, safety, security, stability, right? And this is you right now. And this, maybe this is something that you're working toward, and this is the gift from the universe right now for your birthday. Happy birthday. Because what we see inside this package, this kind of looks like a box, right? We got that star card inside the box. So you're being gifted your soul, your spirit. This is an emotional intensity, but it's a spiritual emotion, right? It's love, it's bliss coming from on high. So it makes all of our daily worries, seem a little bit insignificant in the face of this major influx of spiritual light. Okay. So what I see this combination indicating is that within your efforts in the physical world, trying to shore up your life, strengthen your foundation, physically, financially, trying to really create a stable home base for yourself. I think in this, you're discovering who you are, you're discovering your star, your purpose, your light, your soul. It's a spiritual experience for you. It's a very enlightening experience. I think you're finding your purpose. You're finding the meaning to all of your activities, right? And this doesn't really mean that the meaning of life for you is exactly these activities, but it's through those activities, through doing this work and how it feels and what you think about, you're discovering your own star, your own soul. Okay? And that's pretty deep, pretty impressive. And I think that a lot of great things are happening from this experience. I don't even know where to go next. I guess we could talk about the recent past, or this is yesterday, right? We have the world or universe card. I kind of feel like time is standing still right now. So when I say yesterday, I just mean the energy that came before this, right? What you remember before this gift is arriving on your doorstep, right? I think that we might have been looking for direction. This is kind of an infinite universe. We don't know which way is up or down or left or right. There's no sense of direction here. Okay. This is a lot of potential. It is infinite potential. Your life could be anything that you want it to be. We just didn't really have that much direction, I think you've always known that you were meant for very, very big things. That you're very talented, skilled, you're very smart. You have the fire ambition, you have the curiosity, you have the brave, you have everything you need. We just didn't really know which direction to go. This is a compass that is just spinning. You see in like a horror movie or something where the supernatural film or the compass it spins and spins. There's no way to get a bearing. There's no way to get a sense of direction. We don't know which way is up. So it could be that you've experimented with a lot of different things in your life. Not only I'm not just talking like different jobs and stuff, but maybe that too. But different personalities. Do you know what I mean? It's like the hermit crab that's just kind of trying on different shells. Seeing which one fits. Well, I think what's happening in your life now, either literally right now or in the very near future, you're discovering exactly which shell is yours. This is the hermit crab and this is the shell, right? Or, I don't know, vice versa, the other way around. I think we're finding where we really belong, who we really are, right? Maybe finding out that you're not a hermit crab at all anyway. But I think we've tried a lot of different things. We've put on different hats. We've had different jobs, probably, yes. We've tried living in different places. We've tried just embracing a certain type of energy to see if that's where we want to belong, Maybe you immerse yourself in other cultures. You immerse yourself in different kinds of studies, different fields of work, different fields of specialty and expertise, just to see where you belong and where you really fit and what you want to do and which direction to take. I think you've probably done a lot of that. Okay. And I think now you're finally getting the answers that you want. You're finding your home. See this? 4 of discs is the solution to this problem. This is infinite, so many directions. There's no compass, there's no bearing. I don't know which way is up. It's infinite, it's borderless, there's no definition here. And our gift from the universe is kind of like a little plot of land saying, here, this is yours. This is where you belong. But it's not someone forcing it on you. It's not society. It's not the world. It's not spirit saying, look, stay in your lane. This is your box. Don't leave your box. No, this is you finding what little corner of the universe is you and yours and where you belong and where you fit. who you are. Who you are right now, but who you are at your very core, the part of you that doesn't change, right? Even though you may still in the future try many different hats, and in fact, I think that's what's going to happen when we get to tomorrow. You may still be trying different things and searching in different directions, but you'll always know who you are, and your home will always be kind of with you. I guess like a hermit crab, right? So it's change, but it's not really change. Does that make sense? Anyway, I really love this energy. I hope that's resonating with you. I don't want to talk it to death. I want the feeling to still be there, What we see underneath everything is this Ace of Discs. This is you trying new things. This is you working on new projects. This is your desire to always be kind of doing something new, to be building something. It's like you're always planting something new. And I see that this is how you're kind of growing all of this. This is how we're getting this Four of Discs. Is because you're always looking for new opportunities. You're always willing to try new things. You're always you've always got a pocket full of beans. You're hoping these are the magic beans. You plant them to see what happens. We're always hoping for that, kind of that giant beanstalk. So this, I think, is creating a lot of stuff for you. I think you have a lot of investments, a lot of projects going on. You're always looking for the next business, the next opportunity, the next job, the next source of revenue, the next challenge, the next type of exercise to do, or whatever it might be. Because this is always new. This is always something that we're trying for the first time to see where it goes. This is the seed that we plant to see what it becomes. Okay? And this is fundamental to who you are. It's down here beneath the surface. Maybe you don't realize that you do this, but it's part of who you are. And even when we find this package with our star in it, it's not going to change who you are. You're still going to be somebody who does this. It doesn't mean your life's going to get boring, right? It doesn't mean that you're just going to have to stay in your one little house, one little town for the rest of your life. No, you can still do the same things that you've been doing, but now there's this different sense of self, a stronger sense of self. Up above everything, Seven of Swords. I should have talked about this earlier. This is the compass needle that's just spinning around and can't give us a real direction. This is also sometimes our focus is on one particular path, and we maybe get distracted by these other things that we want to do too. So this card is saying that there might be a difficulty for you concentrating on one thing at a time. Okay? It could be that we're planting a lot of seeds everywhere. Rather than focusing on one seed and growing one crop, we're maybe doing too much. Right? It may be dissipating our concentration a little bit. Right? So this card is saying, look, we need to perhaps pick one direction at a time, make a little bit of progress there, see where it goes, see what happens, before we change directions. If we're always changing directions, we're basically just going to be spinning our wheels and we're just going to be going in a circle. Yeah. So as much as we may be interested in so many things, we've got to narrow it down to maybe one or two at a time, to get the full experience of what those things are. So this is just a little bit of that mental concentration that we need, okay? And it's at the top of the path of the dove here. So it's either something that you already know you kind of need. You need to be a little bit more focused, concentrate a little bit more on one or two things at a time. Or this card might be saying, look, that's something that you need to focus on right now, is to work on getting all your forces in one direction, kind of, at a time, to make some progress in that direction. Now, in the future, in the tomorrow energy, we have this fire energy. First was the Knight of Wands here. This is pure fire energy. This is kind of what happens when we lose a little bit of this mental focus, because our horse here kind of sees something that it likes, it gets startled by something, and it just takes off, right? Just charge, just rush, and we're just left kind of holding on, just trying not to fall off the horse, And then as I was searching for the mystery card, the Seven of Wands came out of the Smith-Waite deck. So we have both of these. This is our horse just bolting on us and us trying to hold on. And this, I think, the Seven of Wands, this is us holding on, trying to get control of the horse again. Okay. So first we laid out that energy and says, oh, wow, yeah, I mean, the future for you, like tomorrow, it's just going to be, your horse is just going to bolt on you. But this card came out to go right on top to say, look, yeah, that's going to happen, but we're going to be able to rein it in. We're going to be able to get a little bit of control. We're not going to let the horse just carry us away. We're not going to let our enthusiasm, our passion for all of these new things run away with us. We're going to be able to bring it back to a kind of, a designate. We can still use that fiery energy. We can still be running full speed ahead, but let's have some control over what path we're on. Let's make sure we stay on the path, because there are foxholes out here, there are cliffs, there are rocks, rattlesnakes. Let's try to stay a little bit focused, a little bit concentrated with this intense fire energy, which is going to be difficult to do, because you're going to feel so much enthusiasm, right? You're going to want to just go. This horse is ready to bolt, We just need a little bit of control with that. Now, Path of the Serpent here, it's all major arcana. These are the large billboards that Spirit has erected on your highway, on your kind of spiritual highway. These are the road signs that you're going to see. Really big, huge billboards. You're not going to be able to miss these, right? First one is the Fool energy. This is kind of the surprise party, right? This is literally you walk into the room and the lights come on and everybody in the world shouts happy birthday to you. Surprise, right? And this is a little bit startling. This is a little bit of, a shock and a surprise. This could be really what gets your horse to bolt, right? This loud shock and surprise, and then your horse just kind of bolts. But what this billboard is really saying is, look, you have to be okay with the unexpected, right? The Fool energy here is just everything is unexpected to the Fool, right? Everything that it experiences is new and novel. Everything is a surprise. But the Fool's not startled. The Fool's not scared, because the Fool has no self-awareness. It has no self-consciousness, okay? So the first message, I think, of this billboard is, hey, lose yourself a little bit, right? We still need the mental focus. We still need the control. We still need a little bit of self-regulation, okay? But lose your ego a little bit. Lose your self-consciousness. Get out there and play. Get out there and play like nobody's watching. Who cares if people are watching? You would normally be self-conscious, maybe a little embarrassed, a little shy, but let's try to get over that. Now, this isn't saying that you have to, or that you've got to go out and make a fool of yourself. This is just the billboard that we're passing on our spiritual path that is trying to remind you that you can experience the world in this authentic way without without being concerned of how you're perceived, or without this self-consciousness. I feel like Cancers are naturally pretty self-conscious. And this Fool is saying, look, there are moments at least where you can just be you, right? Just let yourself go, lose yourself a little bit. Now I'm thinking of that Eminem song. Thank you. That's the first one. The next one is showing the kind of light at the end of the tunnel for you. This is on the highway. We're about to go into an underpass, a big tunnel, right? This passageway has this really bright light. You know, when you first go into a tunnel, if you're in a train or a trolley or you're driving, you first go into a dark tunnel and you see that bright light at the end, but you can't make out what's over there because, you know, it's just such a bright light. It just seems like blinding. That's kind of what this passageway is, what this card's all about. You're just about to get out of the tunnel, but we don't know what's out there, but we know it is magnificent. It is bright. It is blindingly bright. Okay? And that's your future. So we're on this highway. We're going to go through some tunnels. There's going to be some darkness. But whatever's waiting for you outside of this tunnel, whatever this bright light is, this blinding light, that's your future. Okay? And I think what this card is saying is you have this magnificence before you. Right? There's just this tunnel that we have to go through. Now I'm wondering, it's interesting that this moon energy is coming after the Eon. This is the Eon or the Judgment card. This is pure fire energy. That is going through the tunnel to get to the light at the end. This is the tunnel. And that sun right there, that is us going through the tunnel of just, we're about to get to the other side, right? But this is the tunnel itself. So it's interesting that these cards are kind of flipped around. I would have thought they would have been the other way. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, but we're reluctant to go into the tunnel. We know great things are waiting for us out there. But it's almost like we're hesitating to drive through. It's a little bit daunting, perhaps, right? Because this moon card is in the position of what we don't want. It's what we need. This is the only way forward. This is the only way to move forward. But we're hesitating. We hit the brakes, right? We know that there's light at the end. We know we're meant for great things. But we're hesitating. So this is the billboard that says, hey, this is the tunnel. This is the dark tunnel of self-exploration. If we said the Fool was like zero self-consciousness, just experiencing the world, the moon energy here is saying it's all self-consciousness. It's all self, right? The Fool is no self. The moon energy is all self, right? I think that's an illusion. That's not the absolute truth, but in this context, it's saying, look at yourself. You have to go through the tunnel of yourself. And you have to see what you're made of, see your shadow, see what kind of darkness is in there. In order for you to get to the magnificent light at the end, we've got to go through this tunnel. And I think, honestly, what's at the end of the tunnel is going to be this star energy. It's going to be you. It's going to be spirit. It's going to be source. It's going to be your amazing, magnificent future. Great things. You are meant for great, great things. Now, the last card here is the Hanged Man energy, right? The Hanged Man, it's putting ourselves in uncomfortable positions for a greater benefit. You know, doing what might be uncomfortable now so that we can grow. You know, maybe this Hanged Man is not suffering. Maybe this Hanged Man is doing some yoga postures, some asanas, some stretches, right? I mean, stretching can be kind of painful. I stretched this morning. My back has been killing me. I tried to stretch this morning. Didn't feel very good. It was uncomfortable. But I put myself in certain positions because I know that they're good for me. I know that they have a benefit. I know that the discomfort or pain that I'm experiencing now is temporary. That's the illusion. Right? That's the illusion. So this is, I think this is a general lesson for Cancer, really. This is the big billboard at the end that says, I mean, it's almost like we're going backwards. Maybe that's true. Maybe we need to go down the path of the serpent rather than up. I didn't think about that. Because if we go down, then we realize that, yes, things that might be uncomfortable now, if we have to have a little bit of pain or discomfort, we know that it's good for us. We know we can distinguish between pain that is just pain and then pain that is leading to a benefit, that is strengthening us, that is good for us. Right? Yeah, no pain, no gain, right? Well, I don't think that's always true because sometimes there is just pain. There's no gain from it. There's just suffering with no reason. Okay? The Hanged Man is different. The Hanged Man is putting yourself in uncomfortable positions for a particular benefit because it is good for you, like stretching your back. It hurts like a mother, but I know it's good for my back. So being aware of that, remembering that, keeping that in mind so that we can go through the tunnel to get to the light at the end. And that light at the end is freedom, is losing yourself in the world, right? We find ourselves with the star energy. We find spirit, we find source, but at the same time, we lose ourselves to find spirit, to find source, right? So maybe the path of the serpent needs to go from top down. I'll let you decide. I'll let you look at these energies and think about these cards, connect with them, and see how they apply to your understanding, okay? Let's look at the mystery card, Cancer. Thank you, Lizard Friend, for helping us with that. That is the Lizard King, by the way. I don't have a prediction. I'm trying to avoid calling what this card is, you know. I'm trying to look at the energy and see what would make the most sense rather than just, you know, getting an image and calling it out. I want to kind of see what we would expect here, and then when this card is very often something different, then we're kind of surprised. We have this surge of new information, right? It's a shock to the system. So let's see what we've got. A Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. We've got a lot of the fire energy here. And the Queen of Wands is the water of fire, right? Queens are water, wands are fire. Queen of fire, water of fire. So we have a lot of water here, you know, and then we've got the fire energy too. So I kind of feel like this is the result of you going through this process, right? We have that water energy within us, our sensitivity, our spirituality, our soul, right? Our intuition, our connection, our compassion, our empathy, right? What connects us to every other suffering being in the universe? I was going to say on the planet, but you're a cosmic energy. So through this process, you are reaffirming your connection with every other suffering life in the universe, right? And then you are also, through the fire energy, asserting your will in the world. You're taking control of your life. You're doing something about it. Everyone suffers, but you're doing something about it. I think this is really a wonderful confirmation. I think that this obviously associates with this fire energy here, with this Eon or Judgment card, which is pure fire. And then the water energy, the compassion that we're learning, right? We're learning that we're kind of all the same on a very fundamental level. We all have our water, we all have our tunnels. And that gives you, this connection now is giving you the confidence. It's giving you the will, the fire energy, the assertiveness, the creativity to do something with all of these gifts. So happy birthday, Cancer. Now we're going to do an extended reading. If you would like to stick around, just click up there. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings. I want to thank you for taking this journey with me, this little trip up the spiritual highway, or down the spiritual highway. You truly are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.